Happy Sunday. Today is Sunday. I'm recording in the afternoon for you. And this is part 3 of how to write your own story. Today I want to talk about character of the story. Remember I mentioned in part 2, write everything you want to write for the story. So now you take that story and take it to the next level. So this story has to have a character. So you have to decide this character you are introducing to your audience is the main character. Does the main character knows what's everybody else doing? Or is just he's telling his vision or her vision to the audience? So this is very important. Either he's reading everybody's mind and he knows exactly who's doing what and what they're thinking, or he just narrate the story of what's happening. So you have to decide on that. Once you decide on that, remember I mentioned last time, like you have to have a beginning, middle, and the end. So then you start the beginning about everyday life, what the character does, and the challenges you have, the happiness he has, and in the middle, all of a sudden crisis come and he or she has to solve it. And he solved that, and then at the end, once he solved and he's happy, you end the story whatever way you want it, sad, happy, or whatever, if it is a research, or depends what's the topic you choose, right? The only other thing I want to emphasize on that is make sure your your language of the story, or whoever telling the story, matches the language of audience. What audience you're aiming? Is it children, adult, researcher, scholar, or whatever audience you choose? Make sure the language matches the language of book and audience the same. So that would be that. And the other thing, you can add extra twist or little bit of spice to the book at the end, like mention something is totally unrelated to the story, or happy news about next book coming or something, like add a little bit of spice. And next in part 4, I will talk about how to do illustration and all of that. Happy writing. See you soon.